Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Dinosaur here with another CastIt cast. This is a Masters vs. Grandmaster that was just posted. Very excited for this. Also, I did get a little bit of a new overlay, so excuse me while I kind of struggled through how to use it and whatnot. I finally have my dual monitor set up, and you can see there was a quick pause. And let's get this underway. In the top right, we have CastIt Zen. He will be our Protoss player. Oh yes, look at this. New camera moves. I am getting all kinds of fancy. And down in the bottom right, we have Baldwin. And these two, the Zerg will be our Grandmaster player. Zen will be the Masters player. Not quite sure who. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, and a double fail because I set the beginning of the game. So we'll go ahead and speed this up right back along to where we were. Apologize, but let me throw the nameplate up there. Control N. Control E is still the bane of my existence. It is that one hotkey that I will never, ever quite use correctly, but that's okay. So it looks like Zen is just going to go with the standard forward pass expand, and I'm sure Baldwin will do something involving a pool and a hatchery, and quite possibly another hatchery after that. So not really going to be a whole lot going on here in the early game. Just some general scouting and things of the sort. I want to tell you guys I actually moved into a new place, so if this sounds a little bit different, that would be why. And I also don't quite have my webcam set up yet. It's buried amongst some of the many boxes that I have, so I apologize that you won't be able to see my beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous face. Oh, and I've never actually seen that in Grandmaster League. That was quite funny. I've never really seen that. Pretty interesting. Baldwin pulling all the drones there to go after the wee little probe. Double-clicked drone. Oh, of course. Occasionally you will see that happen. Actually, Tastos has talked about it. When you're in some of these games, sometimes you try to do some things kind of cute, and it happens. So no big deal, but he is going pool first. I throw out that production so you can see what the Protoss player is doing as well. And not a whole lot going on. No more mineral stealing for a Protoss player. He's going to go down, but the Zerg player will easily get up this expansion. Zen probably should have put the probe down there a little bit quicker. I don't believe he could go for a cannon rush, but not with this drone following him. Just so some of you guys know, sometimes you can throw down a pylon like right here, right out of vision, or sometimes over here, and then throw up a cannon that's just barely in range of the hatchery. Sometimes get a cancel there. Could be pretty nice, but as you can see, Zen's throwing up that cannon, and he's got this wall in all mapped out. It's going to be perfectly okay in case any Zerglings pop out. And it looks like we do have just two on the way, and that's not going to be any sort of this problem. This photon cannon will be done well in time. So we'll have to see what Zen goes here. Now, the description said I didn't look at who submitted it, because typically the winner submits it in almost all cases, so I really have no idea who's going to win here. But apparently it's a, quote, wacky game. So Protoss getting both of those geysers up. Zerg player throwing down that third, so very, very typical stuff thus far. We'll have to see where the wackiness comes in. This looks like a pretty good wall off, a little bit wide of a gap there. I believe it's going to take more than one zealot certainly to hold that. Trying to decide whether it's 2 or 3, but we will have to see. And we'll see probably just another gateway or something coming up here. 2 throw down and block, and the cybernetics core, and there you go. So just down to that 1 hex. No pylons out front. Superb wall in. Meanwhile, our Zerg player not doing anything of interest. Really not helping his caster out by, 6 pooling or anything like that. So just real typical, getting all 3 of these bases up will not be a big deal at all. And so, not a whole lot is difficult here. A little bit of harassment by the Zealot. Almost gets the Zergling, but does not have the +1 to finish that little guy off. +1 not on the way, so I don't expect, we're definitely not going to see any sort of Blink Stalker +2 all-in work going down. Waiting to see, and attacking his own probe. Not quite sure what that was. A little interesting, but probably just a small mistake. Not a big deal, but this is a Master against a Grandmaster, so things like that can be a little rough and a little bit of time supply blocked. And we do have this nice little new overlay, and units lost is not actually showing up with that probe that was lost. I believe it was, and yes, 1 unit lost. So, you units lost tab, you are failing me. New overlay curses. Why must you do this? It has all kinds of cool stuff. If you wanted to show down here, show any abilities, I'm going to nix that. You guys are smart. You got this. So we'll be a Stargate. Oh, and an Oracle coming out. Pretty cool. I like Oracles. They are a lot of fun. And so, not a whole lot else going on here. Just a lot of Zerglings being made. With a little bit of harassment with that Zealot. No big deal. Protoss actually did lose a Stalker. No, would have just lost 2 Zealots. That's all. Gonna get the Queen and get out. That's pretty nice. You gotta enjoy that. But this Mothership Core will escape. But now all these Zerglings. And what will Baldwin do with them? He's got 20 of them. And there's not a whole lot here for Zen. If he were to attack right now, he might be in a little bit of trouble with no Warp Gate and 1 Gateway. He is going for that fast third, so I think this can get punished really hard. If Zerg, he can see it, correct? I think he's going to let that actually finish and then try to hit it. And here we go with the Oracle, doing work on that Queen, and will take it down, and now has a heyday on the drones. 1 kill, 2, 4, 5 kills now, 6 kills, including the Queen, so 6 worker kills. Almost dies, that would have been almost not worth it. And so many Zerglings, 48 Zerglings. And do we have speed on the way? Yes, we do. 16 more on the way. This will be a Zergling Palooza, ladies and gentlemen. He totally knows that this base is now up, and he's going to head right over that way. I really would like to see him get on some more gateways. Zen, that is. Zen definitely is going to need more gateways. I know this is very, very passive. Oh, and Banelings mixed in. This is going to be devastating. The thing is, he can hold one location, I'm pretty sure, but he cannot hold both. There's simply no way with this many Zerglings. And speed now finished, 18 more on the way. Oh, and look at all these Banelings. They're going to bust right through this wall. It's going to cancel his +1, which is going to make these Zerglings so good. And oh no! Oh no! Everything goes down, and that is his only gateway. If that goes down, it could be a nightmare for him. And considering this said wacky game, I guess maybe Zen somehow pulls this out. I don't know how he's ever going to withstand this onslaught. Could pull these Zerglings around. He's got a lot of them stacked up there. And now the drones are being pulled. Oh, and a huge connection there. Oh, so bad. Oh, 13 workers killed right there. Absolutely devastating. And now this third base is going to be attacked. And these workers, I'm just going to let you watch that number rise and rise. 18, 19, all the way to 20. Oh, and there's a lot of things going down hitting these Zerglings, but they are worth their weight in gold right now. Unit count down to 34 drones and taking out all of the tech, unpowering this Stargate. Oh, with a pretty good force field there. I really enjoy that. He's going to trap all those lings. He does get that other force field, cybernetics core going down. And a decent hold up here, making sure all of those Zerglings die. But what about his tech structures? That's the thing that he's got to worry about. And he was able to save a fair amount of probes. He's only down by 2 right now, which is incredible. But the army size, he's got a lot of sentries. That's going to have to hold him over. This cannon with 16 kills. This Void Ray with 23. And the Mothership Core probably has a boatload. Only 12 on that. And here we go. He's got Zealots, but they are without +1, keep in mind. Oh, and more probes killed. So many. And he's going to try to get the Nexus. I like this idea. He's going to try to bruise it up here pretty good. And if he focus fires, there's no way he will not get it. As long as he stays here, he will be fine. Oh, some good force fields, but not quite enough. As he tries to save it. See how desperate he was. And 142 units killed for a Protoss player. That seems infeasible. But there were a lot of Zerglings. So he's able to clean those up. But the Zerg now has 3 bases up. The income is huge in his favor. But the Protoss actually leading in supply. And obviously now we'll push out. Now does the Zerg really not have any other sort of tech. He's got Bailings, the Hydralisk Den. I think that's a good choice. And I cannot see this actually going well for him. There, the units tab, the units lost tab is working. 127 Zerglings were lost. I do not know how on earth he plans to hold this. This Oracle is not going to live very long and might actually be taken out right here. One more, and there it goes. But this is going to be a nightmare for Zerg. He needs spine crawlers on spine crawlers right now. Production's got 22 Hydras on the way. That is an incredible amount. He takes the supply lead again. Vacates. Oh no, all these Hydras are going to go down. Oh, that's a huge chunk of Hydras that he just lost. That could completely turn the tide of this battle. I cannot believe those Hydras were all spawning at the third. More Hydras coming out now, though. Remember, these are unupgraded Protoss units. He needs good force fields, and those are pretty good. That extra damage is going up. There's some transfuses going on, but look at these force fields. Zerg can't do anything. Protoss is somehow managing a big army. He's just building and building up. And all of this are, he's got 7 gateways up, and here's pulling drones. You can see more going down, but he's just not doing any real damage. He's got 1 full health Void Ray, and he's going to take down the second. And the third was being hit by some Zealots. That will also be taken out. And Protoss is looking unstoppable at this point. I think he has done it. He has turned it around. I can't believe the hold that he pulled off, and there is the GG. Wowie wow. I'm usually not too far off with how these things work, but that was astounding. With all of these Zerglings that came in, I guess the key is going to be to watch how many units he loses as this attack goes on. He did waste a lot of time killing this Nexus. Could have gotten this down much, much faster, which would have saved a fair amount of them. And coming over here, I'm not sure why he necessarily left. Just a lot of dancing back and forth, cost him a ton. I don't know why he's over here getting tech structures. I would have liked to see him take out this Nexus. That is kind of the key that kept him alive. But with these here, he's not getting a whole lot done, and these 2 units are just going to town, and he leaves those alone. I mean, eventually he comes over, but I mean, he gets the third, but the Protoss player sending everything and just having everything back in his main was able to get these back. Able to get Blink from there. And this is where it all kind of just fell apart for the Zerg. He lost the supply leak during that. And then it just all fell apart. I'm really surprised that that game kind of played out the way that it did. You guys don't need to watch the rest. You know what happens. But that is pretty fantastic. I'm really shocked that that turned out. Good on Zen for kind of keeping his cool, getting those gateways up. Really surprising. Could not believe that turned out that way. Getting that extra base up. The Zerg really never counterattacked, but he built up a massive force. All started at the top of the ramp with capturing all those Zerglings. And he just didn't look back. Kept those Void Rays alive. Great, great stuff. Alright, so with that, I will leave you, ladies and gentlemen. That will be all for my cast for today. Hope you enjoy it. As always, please leave any comments, concerns, questions, anything for me in the comments. I read through those religiously. Always looking to get better and provide you guys with a little bit better experience. So, with that, goodbye. This has been the Danisaur with another cast.